Rav Zilbershtein says, in our generation, when there are so many challenges that are pulling out our children out of Yiddishkeit, he says the number one thing that you can do to help them, to give them immunity, to give them the power and the resources to hold themselves back from leaving the fold, number one thing, what is it? He says, cables of love. It's not an American dirty word. You take those kids who are regular, healthy kids, and you tell them, I am so proud to be your parent. You are the apple of my eye. You're my sunshine, my only sunshine. It sounds like a song. That would be a great, oh. Okay, I'm so proud of you. You're incredible. And not just when they do something good. Constantly, I always have your back. He says the number one thing to keep our kids in the fold is kvalim shel ahava. Cables of love. Now, that's not regular love. That's not like processing kids. Go to bed, do your thing here. Look how much I do for you. Wow, you're amazing. Go to bed, out. Cables of love. You have to learn how to be this person who can create cables of love with all your kids, even the ones that you don't really like. Those are the ones that remind you of your spouse. Yaki Horowitz spoke like 35 years ago, and he spoke and he said, you ever notice like you like half your kids and the other half of your kids you don't really like? It's because half are like you and half are like your spouse. Every kid, no matter what, and start when they're young. People hug their kids when they're 2. Don't stop when they start getting pimples. They need it more. It's harder. They're more obnoxious. There's a reason for that. But the bottom line is, you just keep on kvalim shel ahava. Kvalim shel ahava. Nothing else. Now, while you're doing that for regular kids, you can do chinuch also, but nothing ever, ever, ever part of chinuch. Nothing ever says to let go of that respirator. You never, ever stop the respirator of the love and the cables of love and the connection in order to do chinuch. You never disconnect. But we don't talk about regular chinuch here, but that's what he says. Keep it in mind. So what you're doing, this upgrading of love, of expressions, there's no excuse. My father didn't hug me, so now I'm not going to give my children food. That's what you're saying. Kids need hugs today. Well, my father didn't hug. Okay, so guess what? I was actually going to get over here a mannequin. I was going to make every single person who comes here, you have to practice 1 minute hugging this mannequin, because if your arms can't do this, practice it or go for therapy. It's not that hard. Practice on other people. Just do this. That's it. Learn how to hug, because they need it today. The healthy kids also, they need it today. Oh, my father, my grandfather, you know what? I'm really sorry for you. Hug your kids because they need it. It's like not giving them vitamins. You have free vitamins in your pocket. It's for your own benefit also, because you don't want to have to pick up the pieces for these kids. And it's not just our kids, and it's not just our healthy kids, and it's not just in lazy, stupid America and the world in our generation. It goes all the way back to the Gemara. Abaya and Rav Papa were arguing. Abaya said something, Rav Papa smacked down his idea. Abaya came up with another thing, Rav Papa knocked down his idea. Every time Abaya came up with a svara, with an idea, Rav Papa was sharper. Abaya said, and look at Rashi, Kimudumani, it seems to me that the reason why you're sharper than me is because you have parents that take care of your needs. It's not just third grade. Amira in the Gemara says the difference between me and you, Abaya was a yasam. Abaya was an orphan, he didn't have parents. He says, you're sharper than me because you have parents, Safkin l'chol tzarchecha. Mesapkin l'chol tzarchecha. Okay? They're taking care of your needs. And that's why the difference in an Amira, it's like we try to put it on our level. The Gadol, the Reb Chaim Kanievsky is having a machlekes with I don't know, whatever. And he says, you know why you're sharper than me? Because your parents make you tuna fish sandwiches for lunch, and I don't have parents take care of me. And what needs did he mean? Physical needs, emotional needs, everything. And that was Amira, Rav Papa, and Abaya. Our kids need us. Your kids in Beis Medrash who are doing great. They need you. The difference between healthy kids and kids, they have to repel so many different things that attack them. They go through so many challenges, the boys and the girls, everything. You don't know what's coming next. The number one thing, kvalim shel ahava. I don't know how to express love. I don't know how to express love. Learn it. Learn it. I didn't get it from my father. Okay. So let's end with this story. Not the whole night, just this piece. Right? I told his father. He said his grandfather never hugged his father. His father never hugged him. He never hugged his kid. And his kid was 15 years old. He was a drug addict. And while he was high, he would steal cars, 15 years old. And he would leave them usually turned over or one was wrapped around a tree. And he would be from New Jersey, New York, interstate. I mean, crazy stories, putting his life and other people's lives in danger. So I told him what to do. I told him what to write in the card. And I said, go find a big teddy bear. And he found a teddy bear that was actually holding a little teddy bear, which was even better. And he wrote what I said in the card. I said, and while he reads the card, all you have to do is this. Open your arms. It's all you got to do. And he wrote, the Eltezai, great-grandpa, didn't hug Zaidi. Zaidi didn't hug me, and I didn't hug you. What do you say we break the chain? The kid read this and he looked up and his father's arms were open and he went and they hugged for the first time. And he hugged like I taught you to embrace. It's an embrace. No patting, no stroking, no nothing. Just bring this kid back into you. Just hold them. Hold them and don't let go first. And this kid was holding on to his father for a long, long, long time. He needed it. Sometimes they're in the zone and they're getting this energy and like, oh, the parent lets go first. No, you hold this kid and then when you let go, you give back a little squeeze like I don't want to let you go. That was the beginning of the healing. This kid today is completely alive, completely off drugs. He's clean. He is lechtig. He's how do you say lechtig in English? He's shining. And he's Shemitah Torah mitzvahs. He's from, they got everything that they ever dreamed of. And it started with that thing. And without criticizing the bad behavior, because that didn't work before they came to me, they tried. Without fighting, without throwing him out, without giving rules and consequences and boundaries, they saved their kid's life. That's what we got to do.